Greetings from Mike's Jam Room. What's up, all you YouTubers out there in YouTube land? I wanted to do a video here that might be kind of weird, might be kind of controversial, maybe a bit of a rant going on here, but it's some stuff that's been kind of weighing on me here lately, where I've seen a lot of this craziness on YouTube, Facebook, just different, media stuff, social media. And I just kind of wanted to pinpoint it here and have like an open discussion, almost just kind of chat with you. So if you tuned into this video thinking you're going to see some more of my mediocre guitar skills, then I got tons of other videos where you can watch me butcher a guitar neck, but this one's just going to be kind of a discussion, and I would love for you guys to weigh in on some of these little topics I'm going to talk about. And I just want to know where we stand, what you guys think about this stuff. I'm going to be kind of talking about keyboard warriors, gatekeepers, different kind of toxic behavior that I've seen on the internet here, especially from the guitar community. There's a lot of different forms of it. You see a lot of people, just ripping people apart on comment sections and stuff, whether it's some pretty girl that's playing and maybe her skills are a little lacking, but it's like people are, like they're just completely jealous of the girl because she has so many views or likes, and they just want to trash talk her skills. And, poor girl's only been playing for a year or two, and you're just so upset at her that, news flash here, sex sales, that stuff happens. But, Kirk Hammett, I've seen a whole lot of hate towards Kirk Hammett with his recent albums and stuff, about talking about his solos are just, very, lethargic compared to the glory days of Metallica. People talk trash about Jimmy Page being so sloppy and this and that. I don't know at what point music became such a competition here. If speed metal is your thing, virtuosity is your thing and stuff, that's awesome. Where would music be, especially guitar music, without Yngwie, Steve Vai, all these dudes that have paved the way for guys like Tim Henson, Tosin Abasi, all these guys that have, really turned music into a whole new, they've kind of set new standards for what you could do on a guitar. All that stuff's awesome, but you still have your old timers like Kirk Hammett. He's been pumping out music for 40-some years now. There can only be one Kill 'Em All. There can only be one Ride the Lightning. There can only be one Master of Puppets, only one And Justice for All. I mean, how many absolute banger albums can be in some, be within someone to produce out, and, so what, the dudes wanted to cut their hair off in the 90s and try some different stuff. People talk about being a sellout and stuff a lot, and I think of a band like Nickelback comes to mind. I'm in no way, shape, or form a fan of Nickelback, but I have talked to multiple people and seen videos even of Nickelback like doing a Pantera cover and just nailing it. I mean, just freaking ripping it. I mean, the talent is there. Now, they chose to go a more radio-friendly route. I mean, who's to blame those guys? They have an opportunity to make money doing what they love. You don't have to buy their albums. You don't have to listen to them, So I just kind of wanted to talk about some of this stuff. The gatekeeping. People are just so weird about people trying to jump into metal, specifically metal, like you're a poser or something if you don't know all the history of how Sabbath begot this band and punk mixed and this, like you don't know every little in and out of the big four, Anthrax, Megadeth, Slayer, Metallica in the early 80s, and where it all came from, Iron Maiden, power metal to this and that, were you not once there before when you were younger and you didn't know all this stuff and you was getting into it? And the same with even like, say, the praise and worship community. A lot of people think you have to have a very specific, I've seen people really, really give old timers, some of the older dudes that are just all about tube amps, which I love my tube amps too, don't get me wrong there. But they just really, really they give him a hard time, you know, act like just get with the times, old grandpa dude. You know, what are you thinking, man? You need to get you an amp modeler and just let that stuff lie back there with the dinosaurs. You know, I mean, just really, really opinionated, crazy stuff going on in the guitar community. And I just kind of, I don't know how I was going to actually make this video. It's kind of more of a rant, but I just wanted to see what you guys feel about this. I mean, you know, you have a 10-year-old girl learning to shred, play Eruption or something on YouTube, and it's awesome and stuff, you know. But not every 10-year-old girl or not every 50-year-old man is going to maybe ever have the skills to do that. So is it not all right to be a Kurt Cobain and sloppily hit the crap out of your strings and play some grunge? I mean, if that's your thing and you're having fun with it, is that not what music is all about? I mean, I don't understand why people have to be so weird about the different genres. You know, like people even call out Joe Bonamassa all the time about that's not real blues and this and that. I mean, the labels with, you know, labeling this and that. But again, with, like I was saying earlier with Jimmy Page, I mean, maybe he was a tad bit sloppy on some of those live shows, especially when, you know, he got to kind of noodling around. But I mean, that was part of his lure, I think, his style. I mean, that was just kind of part of what he did. And I just think it's very difficult to not revere some of those old timers as the guys who just paved the way for what we're doing here. And if you are a big time Tim Henson fan, which me personally, I'm not, Polyphia, the style, the hip hoppy kind of, you know, extreme flamenco style, whatever you want to call it, like the tapping and stuff. I think the dude is awesome. I mean, he rips. He is, I mean, that is a lot of talent going on in that whole band. But it's just not my style of music that I want to ride down the road and listen to. But who am I to sit here and say that he's an overachiever or this or that? The guy put the work in and he is kicking butt and making money doing it. So let him be, you know. But vice versa, you know, these virtuoso dudes, you know, have that kind of that Yngwie attitude, you know, like kind of like superior complex, whatever you want to call it. I mean, if a guy wants to pluck around on some Grateful Dead, you know, be a hippie in his mom's basement, let him do it too, right? I mean, since when is this stuff? I just don't understand why everyone wants to be like a specific genre or specific dude and they want to model their whole playing after him. You know, ever since I've been like a young teenager, I've kind of put some of that stuff away, you know, and just realized, you know, I just want to be the best guitarist I can be and play the stuff that makes me happy and the stuff that I enjoy. And the only person I really want to be in a competition with is myself on the guitar, and just to have fun doing it. If you can make a little money doing it too, hey, that's awesome, you know. And if that's all you're after, if you're trying to be the next Tim Henson, or, you know, some of these other guys. Now you got the Mateus Mancuso guy, you have Max Oster, a lot of just awesome talent out there right now. You know, all kinds of dudes. I can't even begin to mention some of these complete freak, you know, awesome talent guitarists out there. But, you know, some people are maybe not capable of ever doing that stuff. So why can't we just let them do what they're doing and have fun with it, you know? I just think of a lot of different genres and stuff over the years where people just really were unaccepting of it. I mean, hey, it's not your style. It's cool. I mean, does it really matter? As much as I hate to say it, the pop country stuff nowadays, I mean, I can't hardly stand the top 40, you know, the kind of brand new country that's on there now, but somebody's buying it. Someone's listening to it. I mean, let them do their thing, whatever. I don't have to listen to it. But just let me know what you guys think about this video, what you think about some of these topics I brought up. There's a dude, Kyle Bull. He's, you know, they kind of gave him some heck. He has a pretty big YouTube channel. He does like high gain amps, but they were giving him heck, you know, talking about his guitar skills and stuff. And like he said, he said something along the lines of, what makes a guitar player? Basically, if you could pick a guitar up and hit one note. I mean, whether you're a novice beginner or you are top of the line, you know, the pinnacle of virtuosity, you know, I don't understand why you can't just enjoy music and play music. You know, just be yourself and do what you enjoy to do, and don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about what people tell you. You know, you just keep on playing and enjoy it. But let me know what you guys think, and drop a comment. Tell me if you're the guy that's extremely competitive, like you got to be better, 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 or if you're like, man, I just want to enjoy my instrument. You know, just tell me, are you a gigging musician that makes money? Do you play in your bedroom? Are you in your church band? Just drop me some comments, some feedback here. I want to see where you guys stand on this. We'll see you next time.